Hi, I'm Nuclear. We're gonna do a little game today called KSP, and we're gonna do it in career mode. I'm gonna call it Nuke mode. This will be Nuke mode 1. And the first thing I'll do is a little thing called laugh. Always like doing it. I think I'm spelling that correct. Oh well. We're gonna have Jebediah joining us today. Alright, and here we are on the launch pad. Of course, we're not going to be going anywhere, but we're going to do a crew report for the launch pad. We're going to then get Jebediah out. Oop. Crew report while flying over shores. Wow, I didn't know I was flying over the shores. Well, we'll keep that, and we'll put it on board. And then we're going to let go. And Jebediah is going to fall. Let's actually do a report from the launch pad and take a surface sample of the launch pad. I'm going to keep that. We're going to recover. And we've got 11 science. We're going to go in. We're going to recover laugh 1, or laugh. 18 science now. We're going to go in here. And we're going to unlock all of these. The goo is nice, but bigger tank, small tank, and a vertical decoupler. Got 13 science left. This takes 15. I would really like to have gotten it, but oh well. Alright, now we're going to go in here, and we're going to build a new one. This one will need a parachute. You'll need one of these guys, little antenna. And I'm going to put a big fuel tank. What's my crash limit on this guy? Only 6 meters per second. Not very good. I'll put an engine. This guy's got a little bit more probably. Yep, 7. Reason I'm going for that is so that I can possibly land and use the engine to crash, as it were. Nope. This is going to be pretty packed. I'm setting them up here due to the fact that I don't have any gears. I want them away from the ground. Alright, let's go in and put a decoupler. Get this engine off there. Oh. Hey, get over here. I'm going to put it up a little bit. What I'm going to do is use this. And the reason why I'm trying to put 10 is I want 1 on the launch, or 2 on the launch pad, 2 in low atmosphere, 2 in upper atmosphere, and so far that's 6. 2 in low orbit and 2 in high orbit. So a total of 10. This is also kind of dangerous since I only got the 1 parachute. So I'm going to try and slow myself down with this engine here. So I got to save some of this fuel. Alright, let's do another decoupler. And now this is going to be my main ascent stage. How I'm going to do this is I'm going to use 3 on the outside. That's going to total 4 engines. That was not quite level. Give me a second, I'm going to rebalance these guys. There it goes. All those in one. Looks good. Now, because of not having any real control through the engines, I'm going to put these guys on real quick. And I'm going to call this Alpha 1. Now I'm going to check real quick, make sure I got everything. You know what? I'm going to do this a little bit different. I'm going to get rid of this, except for I'm going to do it in twos. A little bit lower. What I'm going to do, it's 6, 8, 10. Yeah, a little lopsided, but that's okay. What I'm going to do is number 1, I'm going to take a crew report. And we're going to observe the goo. Number 2, goo, report. 3, goo, report. 4, of course, another report. And where was the one that was not linked to anything? I think this was the last one. Yeah. Alright. Now, I'm going to turn that on. Turn that on. I'm going to go to about 50% power, which is about right there. Hit 1. And of course, crew report I don't need. So, no real science from it, but I'm going to transmit anyway. Number 2, crew report I do need. Keep the goo. Transmit. Keep that goo. Let me make sure that it actually it did not. Well, that'll teach me not to do it so quick. And after it transmits, the antenna will go back down to standard size. Now, because I've got 4 capsules, I do have 40 monoprop and 200 electricity. I'm not worried about electricity much, and definitely not worried about monoprop. Monoprop will give you more control, but you do need monoprop thrusters. And right now I do not mind being this slow. I'd rather be slow off the bat than have to continuously throttle back, which I will have to do anyways because I'm losing weight as I'm burning the fuel. Luckily these engines do have a lot. I only put 2 up here, but that's okay. These should get me pretty close to space, if not in space. I can easily throttle up if I wanted and really start getting some speed if I wanted to. And go beyond terminal velocity. In fact, let's go on and do that. I'm not going to go to full power, but I got plenty in here. Of course, these tanks are running low. That's normal. That's these 4 engines here. $6,000 meters. Coming up on 200 meters a second. I'm definitely overspeeding right now for terminal velocity. I'm going to start tilting over to about the 45. Go to full throttle. And let's have it hold right there. It'll of course bounce around a little bit. That's okay. It'll get it into the line. Single engine now, a lot less power, but a lot less weight. Send that one. Keep these guys. Of course, that was pretty quick. Go to the orbital view or the map mode. Don't have space level yet, but that's okay. That's showing up because it's got a control module as that. If it did not have a control module, it would be considered a breeze. Alright, let's tilt it over further to about 90 degrees. Right about there should be good. What that'll do is, of course, bring my altitude up a little bit, and we'll actually push this around to where I will have an orbit eventually. I'm currently hoping to get into the high space above Kerbal, but I might not. About out of fuel in this section. This one is the lightest of them all, so that it will accelerate the fastest. But it will also burn through its fuel the fastest because of its small tank. I'm wanting about a 300,000 at least, which is right there. Kill my throttle. I am in space though, so let's do that. done. Do an EVA. Take the report. Get back on and it's stored. And I'll do some time accelerating. Now, the one problem I have is I can't get another one for the high orbit until I get rid of this one. Either I gotta trash it or I gotta send it. I don't have the power to send it. But let's keep, and I'm gonna go to about right there. I'm gonna burn, send that, and of course out of power. That's of course rising that up. Throttle up just a little bit, get the power going. I'm going to also go on and just finish off this. I'm going to keep everything. And when this guy finishes sending, I am going to, like there, cut throttle, do my next EVA, get the report, and right now I'm looking at just returning. Got a little bit of power, not much. What I'm hoping for is a fall landing instead of a water. Now back to sending, and I might get it, but I might not. Looks like not. Yeah, I'm coming up on the water now. And of course my time accelerate was too fast for that altitude. Just dropped out. I'm going to deploy my parachute. That way it will take control when I get low enough of at least my angle. Still gaining speed, but that's okay. Nice little visual effect there of the atmosphere being hit with sunlight. And you can see I'm starting to rotate. That means I'm getting a thicker atmosphere. It's trying to do a bullet, so it's actually more aerodynamic for it to go nose first, but when the parachute deploys, it's on the wrong side. And there's the flame effects, plasma trails over the reentry. It is getting kind of intense due to the fact of the speed and at which I am descending as well. I am a little too aerodynamic for basically my own good. There goes the chute. And of course, the entire thing will flip. As I slow down from all this surface area, it will actually stabilize to the parachute, and I'll have a mostly safe landing. But yeah, the KSP is a pretty good game. Really challenging. And kind of shows what NASA deals with all the time, except for they can come up with technologies that's not bound by the game. They can also increase the size of something to generate more thrust if they wanted. KSP doesn't allow that, except for modding. And a little bit of high-speed atmospheric effect, since I'm still a little bit fast. I'm going to throttle up a bit here, help it slow down, as well as generate a little bit of electricity. That way, if need be, I can send like my crew report off. But I'm going to need a lot more than that. I'm going to need nearly 30 electric charge. Don't think I'm going to get that amount here. I'm going to go and shut off the engine. Now I can save it a little bit for when I get close to the parachute deployment. Excuse me. Also, when I get close to after the parachute deployment, I'll probably turn my SAS back on. That way when I hit the water, I won't roll. I've had it do that a couple times, and I've lost a lot of research because of it. Alright, I'm going to throttle up just a little. A little bit more there. Parachute's fully deployed. Go and turn on the SAS. And when I get closer, I will need to throttle up more due to the fact that I'm wanting to land about 5 meters a second instead of this 10 meters a second. But right now I need to save the fuel. Alright. Getting down to 150 meters. 100 meters. Do a little more throttle. Little bit more. Not much more though. Don't want to get too slow because then it'll come off the parachute. And if I run out of fuel, well, lost the ship. Getting pretty close to the water, which is good. As soon as I land, I'm going to cut the throttle completely off and recover. And there's the water. And very fast recovery. 97 science. Got some .7s. That's the second one of the whole set. Some 8s up here. In space high over Kerbal. 7 and while flying at Kerbal. High atmosphere, another 7. 10 was wow. Got 10 for goo while over Kerbal. Space high over Kerbal. Where was that one way up here then? There's 8. Oh, EVA report. Yeah, I did not return that. And then vessel that flew suborbital 8. Alright, I'm going to save the rest for the next video, which would be Nuke mode number 2. I'll see you guys then, and have a safe flight.